Purple Shoots is a charity that I set up to tackle unemployment and disadvantage in Wales, because I could see a lot of people who had skills and talents and something to contribute.
Hi, my name's Claire. I run the Kismet Interiors with my husband Kevin. It's a vintage and antique furniture shop. Predominantly started off just selling second-hand furniture, and it's sort of grown. Now we do refurbishment, upcycling, upholstering. Going back about 7 or 8 years ago, I became quite poorly. Had a massive spinal injury, which at the time literally left me bedbound and immobilised. For 3 years, my health was very, very bad. I couldn't even walk to the end of the road at that point. I started to just paint some furniture, and because I've always enjoyed doing things like that. And that's how it all began, basically. We tried the normal route of applying for a startup loan. With the other people we tried, it was literally just handing in forms and then being sent off to an office, and you didn't actually get to meet anybody. It just would come back and computer says no, basically. By this time we were quite deflated and thought, you know, there's nothing going to come of it, but what have we got to lose? We approached Karen then from Purple Shoots. By that stage we'd had the unit, not as full as it is today. Having the money from Purple Shoots did allow us to step up to the next stage and let us open the doors basically to the public, which was very successful.
I'm Gemma Shepherd, and I'm the founder and director of Help for Wales Foundation, which is a community interest company where we support victims of domestic abuse access services by temporarily fostering their pets. So before I started the organisation, I was unemployed and decided I wanted to do something worthwhile and fit around my family. So that's where I decided that I would set up a community interest company and help those most in need. I was unable to find any finance to help me back this up, and that's where then I came across Karen. Without her help and support, we wouldn't have been able to start the organisation. I met up with Karen in a cafe. It was lovely to meet someone who really believed in what I was doing. She could see that the difference this would really make, and she wanted to help. We made an agreement of a loan, which helped me then start up the organisation, and from that it's gone strength to strength. So Karen's help and support allowed me to gain fundraising items, be able to go into the community.
Business is called Martys Cafe, and it's named after my son Martin. Martin died unexpectedly in December 3 years ago. I wasn't in a place where I could go and apply for a job, because emotionally I was absolutely devastated. One day I put a post on Facebook saying, do you fancy a roast dinner tomorrow? Dial a dinner, and put my home phone number on there. And I spent the £65 of my benefits on buying some meat, and I made cooked dinners, and the next day I sold 10. Which gave me, and they were £6.50 each, so it gave me back exactly the £65 that I'd invested. But the following week then, we had more orders, and then we had more orders. We had to leave the house because I had someone in the hallway with a snooker cue put an electric back on, because as the orders got bigger and bigger, so I was offered a cafe. I needed some money for new machinery in order to run the cafe. Welsh business advice, I'm not exactly, I can't remember what they're called. But they said to me, well, should we see about getting you some money? And I said, I think you'll find that very difficult. So they had a look, and they said, yes, you're right, nobody's going to help you at all, which is very reassuring with my growing business. They said there is one company that helps people like you. Hallelujah. Karen appeared on my doorstep, and I told her my story. She said yes. She believed in me, which was, I can't tell you how fabulous it was for somebody to say, yeah, come on, you're not scrappy child, come on. Without Karen's help, without Purple Shoots, it would not have been possible at all.